Imagine a TikTok star who goes from choreographed dance routines to launching pop singles.
I think I experienced such a high when I started TikTok, There was arguably that's the most visible I was. I almost am like working against that version of myself.
By 2020, her follower count exploded. Business Insider notes she was one of TikTok's biggest stars. She even joined the Hype House and popped up on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In other words, she had influencer royalty status. Although Addison had been teaching herself singing and songwriting in 2020,
hit me baby one more time.
Her first big musical move, the single Obsessed in 2021, was met with ridicule. Critics slammed the song as a generic TikTok-era pop track.
It's not catchy, it's just, I think musically for me, I'm just there like, this doesn't work.
This track over here is not a reflection of the creativity and the talent that I am seeing on TikTok.
With one outlet calling it embarrassing and said that her vocals leave much to be desired. By 2021, Addison Rae was also trying Hollywood. She landed the lead in Netflix's teen rom-com He's All That. The internet had a field day. In fact, before the film even released, influencers jokingly said it looked terrible. Addison's jump to movie star was being questioned and ridiculed by the public. After Obsessed flopped, Addison took a break on her music career. In fact, reports say her initial album project was completely scrapped after that poor debut. For about a year, she essentially vanished from the music scene. Meanwhile, social media was anything but quiet. Turned out, Addison and her team had written a ton of songs that weren't being released until fans started getting their hands on them. Beginning in 2022, dozens of her demo tracks leaked onto TikTok and Twitter. This time, the reaction flipped. People actually loved those unreleased tracks. Fans were posting clips and calling her a future pop princess.
No, yeah, I'm sitting on a ton of songs, which I think would shock people about how many there are, but yeah, I'm sitting on a lot. I mean, we've been working for the past year and...
Riding that underground hype, Addison made her move in August 2023. She dropped a self-titled EP, AR, on her own label. It compiled Obsessed plus 4 new tracks, including one with Charlie XCX. The real spotlight was on To Die For, a club-ready, chanty pop song. Fans and critics ate it up.
I'm really surprised. I'm excited that there's a pop girlie who came out of there and she's making some bops. I love it. Well done. I enjoyed these tracks. I hope y'all enjoyed them as much as me.
This 4-track bad boy over here just dropped this past weekend. Going into this EP, I didn't have super high expectations. The music that leaked from it prior was not too bad. Addison has certainly bought her way into a decent sounding project with some respectable songwriting on it.
One review noted the official To Die For was undoubtedly catchy, with a club-ready instrumental and sassy tongue-in-cheek lyrics, calling it the perfect pop package. Addison had finally made a song people genuinely liked. Charlie's Blessing certainly helped too. She not only hopped on the track, but even tweeted it was a cult classic, and praised Addison as a great pop star on social media. Suddenly, she was no longer just an influencer who dabbled in music. She was a collaborator with real pop artists, and the internet was starting to take note. During that comeback era, Addison also achieved her first taste of mainstream chart success. Her summery single Diet Pepsi in spring of 2024 cracked the Billboard Hot 100, marking her first official chart entry. Again, it felt like a turning point. Critics who had dismissed her started shrugging and saying, hey, maybe she can do this. Behind the scenes, she'd been working with real pop industry pros. For her debut album, she tapped 2 producers signed to Max Martin. All of this was adding credibility. She was treating pop music like a serious craft and not just a side hustle. By 2024 to 2025, Addison's style and influences were fully on display. She leaned hard into nostalgia pop, early 2000s dance pop, and 90s trance. In an interview, she revealed she flew to Iceland for the sci-fi music video of her new synth pop track, Headphones On. She even became a muse for photographer Petra Collins and got styled by fashion guru Law Roach. In other words, Addison was leaning into a high fashion, and yes, she still name drops pop idols. Her Vogue interview has her listing Beyonce, J-Lo, Britney, and Katy Perry, and even Taylor Swift as inspirations. But unlike before, she's putting her own spin on these. All of this culminated repeated in 2025, with Addison emerging from backstage onto the main stage at Coachella. All of this led to Addison's first full album, fittingly self-titled. The release has so far had 5 singles: Diet Pepsi, Aquamarine, High Fashion, Headphones On, and a new track, Fame Is a Gun. These songs have given us a taste of her grown-up sound. Several outlets already list Addison among the most anticipated pop albums of 2025.